Hey folks, how's it going? Let's talk about something that's been on my mind lately. The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. I mean, who hasn't played it, right? But let's get real for a sec. That final boss battle, did it really hit you in the feels? I'm not talking about Ganondorf, I'm talking about Ganon himself. As a die-hard Zelda fan, I just couldn't shake the feeling that he didn't quite earn his spot as the big bad boss. But hey, before we dive into that, guess what? Your buddy here finally made it onto Instagram. So if you're up for some more gaming chats and just hanging out, hit me up over there. The handle's flashing on the screen, so give it a follow and let's connect. Alright, now let's break down why Ganon might not be the final boss material we were all hoping for. Alright, let's dig a bit deeper into this. So, when you look at Ganon's weaknesses, it's like he's practically handing us the victory on a silver platter, right? I mean, compare him to other final bosses in gaming history, and it's almost laughable. We don't even need the legendary Master Sword, the one weapon specifically designed to defeat evil to take him down. Nope. Any old weapon will do the trick. Whether it's the hefty Megaton hammer or the powerful Big Goron sword, we've got options. And get this, we can even stun him with Deku nuts. It's like he's practically begging to be defeated. It's kind of hard to take him seriously as the ultimate bad guy when he's got so many chinks in his armor, don't you think? Ganon may look imposing and all, but when it comes down to it, he's just not cut out to be the final boss we were hoping for. So, one major gripe I have with Ganon as the final boss is how ridiculously easy it is to dodge his attacks. I mean, seriously, all we have to do is duck under his swings, and we're basically untouchable. It's like there's hardly any skill or challenge involved in facing him. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's almost like Ganon himself is just waiting for us to come along and show him who's boss. And then there's Navi. When it comes to facing Ganondorf, she's practically useless, barely offering any helpful advice. But suddenly, when it's Ganon in the spotlight, she's all helpful and ready to assist. It's like, come on, Ganon's supposed to be the big bad final boss here, not Ganondorf. The whole dynamic just feels a bit off, you know? Like Ganon's not really living up to his potential as the ultimate antagonist, and it takes away from the epic showdown we were hoping for. You know what really gets to me? It feels like the developers totally forgot to give Ganon any real attacks to work with. Sure, his sword can dish out some serious damage, but is that really enough? All he's got in his hands are these two oversized swords, and they're like, here's your final boss, folks! I mean, come on. Couldn't they have put a bit more effort into it? Maybe given him some cool, unique moves to make the fight more engaging? I get it. Facing off against Ganondorf's magic and cunning would have been a whole different level of challenge, and it would have made sense as a final showdown. But with Ganon, it's like they just dropped the ball. He's got nothing up his sleeve, no special abilities or attacks to keep us on our toes. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest. Ganon's supposed to be the ultimate test of our skills and courage. But when it comes down to it, he's just swinging those swords around like a beginner. You know, when I compare Ganon to the other bosses in Ocarina of Time, he really falls short. Take Bongo Bongo, for example. That guy is way tougher to beat. And let's talk about the structure of the final boss battle. Most bosses in games have different phases or forms that they transition through as the battle progresses. It keeps things interesting and challenging, you know? But with Ganon, it's like he missed the memo. Throughout the entire battle, he never changes his attacks or form, not even once. It's kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. You'd think the big bad final boss of one of the greatest games of all time would have a bit more to offer in terms of complexity and strategy. But nope, Ganon just keeps swinging those swords around like it's his only move. It's a bit disappointing considering how epic the rest of the game is. Absolutely, those points really highlight why Ganon ends up being the weakest boss in the Zelda series. I've completed the game twice myself, and the second time around, I managed to defeat Ganon without taking any damage. It just goes to show how lacking his character is in terms of challenge and depth. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments about what you think is the worst or best thing about Ganon. And hey, don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram for more gaming content, and be sure to like and share this video to spread the word. Until next time, keep playing your ocarina and exploring the vast world of Hyrule.